Hey everyone, this is London Bridge Bricks, and this is a rather cool ice cream van. And this is a mini submarine, and they will feature in my review of this month's LEGO City magazine, issue number 29. Okay, so here we have it then. I'm a little bit excited by all this really. It's a LEGO City magazine. I haven't done one of these ones before, and you're probably thinking, well Greg, why are you doing LEGO City all of a sudden? You know, this is issue number 29, you've never done one before. And this really comes down to one thing. I'm kind of getting into the LEGO City, and because I'm kind of getting into looking and doing and getting involved more in doing a LEGO City of my own, I'm kind of looking at LEGO City, and what caught my eye is this magazine, obviously being LEGO City, but also as well this foil bag, because this is going to be one of the best foil bags, or at least I hope it is, that I've ever opened. And of course, you know I'm synonymous with doing the Ninjago and Star Wars ones, but this one has potential to be one of my favourites. But anyway, here we are, the diver, the kind of star, the hero of the magazine, or at least as far as the comic goes anyway. He goes by the name of Larry Lenz, and the reason he's got that name is because of the fact that he's a nature photographer. It says, "Danger in the deep. Can this ocean adventurer dive to the rescue?" And we'll soon find out. There's a little bit of a window there of our comic, which I've got to say is very colourful, and it's a really cool comic. Anyway, you can tell me, as always with everything that I do, let me know in the comments below what you think and feel about this particular magazine. Is it one you'd like me to continue doing, like I do with the Ninjago or the Star Wars, or would you like me to change it up a little bit? But anyway, as always folks, let me know in the comments below, and we'll get that conversation going, shall we? So anyway, so this tells you a little bit about what's in the foil bag itself. The cool looking shark, the dark and deadly shark, the brilliant looking diver, and it always comes with some great pieces, this flipper and the camera piece as well, all in this luminous green, which I think looks absolutely awesome. So anyway, so that's that, and we'll come back to that a little bit later, because as always we'll build these things and do like a mini review on that. We've got this details here of this ship, and I've got to say this is a cracker as well. I mean, really, anything LEGO City at the moment, they're pulling out all the stops as far as the deep sea stuff is concerned. And then we get later on, we get this the details of this guy here, who's a hero or a villain. Well, anyway, I'll let you make up your minds on that a little bit later. But anyway, as always, this magazine comes from a company called Immediate Media. This is issue number 29 and retails here in the UK for £4.29. So, onwards and upwards. Let's get going. So page 2, what do we got here? Some new city heroes. So we get an introduction to some kind of key LEGO city characters like Duke Detain. I got him in a set recently actually. It was a kind of a cops and robbers one. You'll see that in one of my recent LEGO hauls that I've done. Who else we got there? We've got Hull Hubs as well. We've got Freya McLeod. And I think it's pretty cool that LEGO City is actually trying to kind of give some depth to the characters, to the minifigures, and a bit like, you know, Ninjago. You know, all the characters now have got particular names and stuff like that, and they've all got these backstories, and this is kind of starting from afresh, and it kind of course, it all goes into this. Threads into this, so see your heroes brought to life in the new TV series City Adventures. Now, if you haven't heard about City Adventures or anything like that, or you want to see something, you know, just do a search on YouTube, and you'll find some good clips there of it, and it is pretty good actually. It's all right for what it is. It's good fun anyway, at the very least. It says down there, it says there are some new heroes in LEGO City. They're action-loving police lieutenant Duke Detain, cocoa-loving fire chief Freya McLeod, and helpful handyman Hull Hubs. The names are funny actually. If you're wondering why they're called these particular names, I get whatever their occupation seems to be kind of they're named after their names, which is kind of nice and easy for kids and people just to pick up and remember their names, but it's all very, aptronym. They're all kind of aptronym names that they've been given. So, like Duke Detain, he detains villains and stuff like that. But it's all good fun, and it's kind of clever at the same time as well. But anyway, we'll find out some more details of them as the magazine goes on as well. Over here, we've got this index here. This is quite good actually. This is a completely different style of index to what you get from Ninjago and from the Star Wars magazines. It's quite good fun actually. We get I like the way it's laid out. Page 6, got our figure instructions. Page 14 looks like a big puzzle, a really big puzzle in fact. And we've got page 24 is full of facts about sharks and squids and sharks. That sounds quite a cool name actually. I could use that somewhere or other. But anyway, and page 4 as always is one of my favourites. It is of course the actual comic as well. And of course we get all these details around here and sub puzzles and all this kind of stuff going on, so it's pretty good fun. But anyway, page 4 is the comic, and here we are actually. And again, the artwork, really nice artwork. And you know what, I used to be a bit like, well, I'm not really into the stories and all this sort of thing, but you know what, I just kind of relax into the story and just enjoy it for what it is. It's good fun, it's certainly good artwork, and I love the inking, and watching people out there like Kevin Hinkle and Matt Elder and people like that, you know what, you can really appreciate the work that goes into all this. And it is good artwork as well. It is really good artwork. But anyway, as always, let me know what you think in the comments below. So anyway, I've got to race through this because it's quite a decent magazine actually. So where should we go? Okay, well, this particular set, look at all these references we're getting here. We've got the lioness, we've got this character here with his he's kind of in a camouflaged outfit, and we've got this safari car here. And this is all kind of referencing to a set that loads of my friends have made recently. I think Sarah Star Bricks, Brick Hive, certainly Brick in it, and Cafe Con Lego. They've all built this set, or at least I'm pretty sure they all have anyway, for these of this safari vehicle, which is an absolute stonking vehicle, and I will get it in time. I might just wait for it now. I might as well wait for it to kind of discount a little bit. But it retails here in the UK for about £18. And it's set, set number 60267. So look out for that, folks. It is a really good set. It comes with a few stickers, all those kind of zebra sections on there. They're all stickers, but you know what? It actually looks all right without the stickers. It looks like a Range Rover. It's pretty cool anyway. So anyway, so going down here then, and we get this little character here. Now this is an interesting one. Again, keeping up with the acronym names, this guy goes by the name of Paul Prophet. I think you'll find. Here we go. Here already, Lens. I'm going. Stop. How's it going, Larry? So Larry Lens, that's a name, isn't it? Larry Lens. So anyway, we've got Paul Prophet. Now he's an interesting figure because it was only last week that I actually reviewed the set that he's to do with. So if you recognise that as the mini submarine there, and that's our figure. But of course at that time, they didn't actually have a name for that figure. At least they didn't call him Paul Prophet anyway. Maybe because it's got a kind of a negative connotation about it, but anyway, that's his name, and that's it. I suppose it's kind of Lego City canon, if you like. But anyway, so Larry's rival Paul Prophet is already at the harbour. So there we go, Dave. So we've got a bit of a villain, and we've got a bit of a hero as well on the go here. So over here, page 6, and this looks pretty cool, doesn't it? And it's a profile of Larry the Lens and the instructions for our figure and shark. In the camera element, I've got to say, it does look really good. Look at the snorkeling piece as well. I've never actually seen that before, but the camera, I heard from through friends and that in the Lego community that this actual element is quite hard to come by. But anyway, I'm looking forward to looking at a little bit later, and this could be, well, it will be. In fact, it's not will be. It will be. It will be my second shark, my second Lego shark. Well, of course, my other Lego shark being the hammerhead that I reviewed last week. But I might do a comparison of them at the end actually, because I've got to be honest, this main body section looks exactly the same as the hammerhead shark, but of course the headpiece is very different, and that's much more of a ordinary sort of traditional looking shark. But anyway, back to the comic it seems. I'm liking this as well. So what are we on? Page 7, and there is definitely something big just underneath the waves there. That is, as Larry has said it, that is incredible, and it looks as well. Anyway, so let's turn this over. Where are we on there? Page 8. So, and another reference. This book, I'm not joking, folks. This book is absolutely piled sky high with references to all other sort of sets. And if you spot anything that I miss, please do let me know in the comments below, because it's actually quite fun trying to spot them and work them all out. But anyway, so and another reference here. So this time's a new set, the new and very cool ocean exploration ship. Now that's set number 60266, and I'm not joking, it's an absolute beast of a set, and it's about 61 centimeters long, from what I can remember. And again, I covered it recently in a vlog that I did, where I went to the London Lego Leicester Square store, and I saw it, and do you know what? I was absolutely shocked how big it was. It was definitely a set I do want to get. £125. Do you know what? It's actually worth £125, but I just might wait for it to discount, because you know what it's like. I mean, I love my Lego, I really do, but that is a big set, and that's one that I can kind of live without for now, but there's no doubt about it. I absolutely want to get that. I really, really do. So anyway, so that's that. So page 9, and it's a puzzle. It's a spot the difference puzzle. It's got a picture there, and we just got to kind of work out what the difference is between this one and this one. This is the copy. So there's a copy problem. There's an alligator or a crocodile there. There's a shark over there. Well, can I spot anything on there that's missing already? Oh, there we go. There's a bottle of some kind there. Maybe it's a flamethrower or something. Who knows? It could be a bottle of hair gel for all I know, but that's not exactly something that a minifigure uses very often, I would guess. Anyway, so that's page 9. Page 10, and it's puzzle time again, with 3 frames into this page. We've got puzzle 2 there, which is a bit of a match up there. We've got there, so match the wipes with for the lens of the snorkel kind of goggles there. So yeah, they're kind of fixed free into there. Page 11, and it's back to the comic with more references to current sets. Over here we've got a message in a bottle there, if you look very carefully there. And this one there, this little piece there, it looks like a part of a pirate ship, doesn't it? That again comes with that great big ship. It's full of all great cool things. And down here we've got here, there's something over there. So there we go, in and amongst that shipwreck over there. You can see these giant tentacles, and believe me, they are massive. What we got here going on here? So here we are. This is that mini submarine set. It's pretty cool looking, I've got to admit. And there'll be a card up or details in the description of that review that I did of that set. It's a pretty cool set. So what do we got here? He's tugging something along. Oh, there we go. This here. Look at that. I actually thought it was, and it is. It is a giant piece of sushi. So for some reason or other, he thinks, Paul Prophet thinks that squid like sushi. I guess they might. But I imagine that they don't tend to have sushi very often. But anyway, so there he is. He's after and chasing this giant squid with the giant piece of sushi bait. Down here we have some more Lego sharks as well. I think that's the shark that I get with this set. And there's the hammerhead shark that I got with the mini submarine, which was, like I said, it was only £9, and you've got all this and you've got this there. So there's references to that. There's back to the shipwreck. Maybe I can shake them off. So here we go there. We've got some sharks. Here's a great white shark that comes with that big boat set that's kind of circling around our hero Larry Lenz. So anyway, so that's page 13. Page 14 and 15. Wow, and it's from a giant squid to a giant puzzle over here. Saying that though, it's actually a puzzle that's set into 2, 3, 4, into 4 sections, and you kind of follow it around and you make it to the end. So that's cool. That's all right, isn't it? Big puzzle, centerpiece puzzle. So page 16, and we're up and running with the comic, and those sharks are becoming more curious around their hero. But anyway, he gets out of there and he's getting contacted. And then over here, they kind of have to full speed ahead, folks. It says we have to get to the city harbour ASAP. They're trying to lure the squid there to catch it. So I wonder what Paul Prophet's plan is. But anyway, there's a reference here, but it won't be a reference to anything that you know just yet. but that reference will come later on in this magazine. So here we are. One of my favourite parts of any of the Lego magazines, of course, is the posters. And do you know what? Lego always seems to do some really cool posters. Now this one is really cool. Yeah, there's a diver there, and we've got those giant tentacles, and there's a nice looking set actually. And I don't know if that's a real particular piece there, but it kind of looks like I don't know if that's meant to be a 5p coin, but it looks like a £5 coin or something like that. It's pretty cool. Got some rocks in the background there, some Lego crabs, a Lego stingray. I've got this piece here, and that's a kind of funky piece, and we'll come back to that a little bit later as well. So like I say, there's all sorts of references to Lego sets, and of course we've got the sharks there as well. And I think they look absolutely fab. And there we go. There's our hero there, looking a little bit on the stress side, I have to say. So anyway, that's the posters. I can't wait to pin them up when I'm doing my live streams as well. Love doing that, you know, on a London corner or a transatlantic live stream, or wherever I'm streaming, folks. I'm always sticking a poster up. I'm looking at a Ninjago poster at the moment of Lloyd, one of my favourite ones. You always get some good stuff with the Ninjago mags. So anyway, back to this. And this time, well, it was colouring. Yeah, it's colouring. It's a little bit crafty, isn't it? All you got to do is just get some pencils or pens, felt tip pens, and all that kind of stuff, and colour in. It's very in at the moment, actually. All this colouring, it's very relaxing. Probably I haven't got really time to get into that sort of thing, but yeah, I can certainly appreciate why people are into that kind of arty side of things. And then we get another look at this great big ship, which is set number 60266. And you get all these pieces with it, and I mean, that is brilliant, isn't it? Look at that great white shark. It's fantastically, it's huge as well. You get another little mini sub with it. You get this dinghy here. You got like I was saying in the comic a little bit earlier on. You get this kind of what looks like an old pirate shipwreck, and you get this cool looking stingray as well. It's kind of cool colour. It's kind of like a muddy brown with these light blue specks on it. So anyway, where are we back to? Back to the comic again. I'm liking this reference here as well, telling you that you're at the comic. We kind of know that, but anyway, it's kind of fun. We've got a hero then trying to speed up the captain. This is kind of cool. It says, can't this thing go any faster? It says, nope. And what if I were to tell you that this is an emergency? Still nope. So there you go. Captain kind of doing his thing, I suppose. So much for customer service. But anyway, our hero's kind of getting a little bit stressed out, and he says, but take a look at this. Boatloads of anti-boredom reading. So anyway, we turn the page. There we go. Find out all about it. We've got facts and figures on sharks, mostly sharks if I'm honest, and then of course we've got the squids themselves. But I tell you what, one of my favourite facts from this, this whole double spread of sharks is this. It says throughout its life, it says one shark will grow around 30,000 teeth, and that saves any visits to the dentist. God, it sure does. I mean, that is a lot of teeth. 30,000 teeth. I mean, that must be huge as well. I mean, what happens if his teeth don't fall out? I mean, 30,000 teeth, that's a lot of gnashing going on there. But anyway, that's the cool fact of this entire magazine, that is, I thought. So yeah, so let's leave the facts and get back to that comic. So what have we got going on here? So we go, there's Paul in his mini sub, and we got Larry jumping into his own sub as well, and looking by the side, yeah, it's a little bit bigger, but they're both quite small subs. And there we go, there he's kind of, I'm not quite sure why Larry's always going around with these birds all the time. But yeah, maybe if you know why these birds are always with him, you can let me know in the comments below. Maybe it's something where City Adventures, where he always has them with him or something like that. But oh wow, look at this though. That is a fish tank and a half. Look at the size of that lorry there, and you've got the fish tank going into it as well. But that is quite funny actually, they put fish in there as well. That's a good little touch there. And look, we've got a Lego set here as well, but is that, I don't know what set that's to do with. It looks like it's got a harpoon on the front of it as well, but that's not exactly friendly, but it might not be a harpoon, it might just be a giant telescope or something like that, but hey ho. So anyway, here we go. So our hero's trying to work out what can he do to save the day. Anyway, so page 28, we get ourselves a puzzle full of Lego sea life there. There we go, got a bit of flexing going on there from Lego with all their kind of underwater. There's some seaweeds there. That was in that set that I got last week. here we go. There's a hammerhead shark again. Came with the mini sub as well. You can see a lot of that in this. It seems you've got this funny shell there. It looks like a telephone more than anything. And of course, we've got loads of little fishes and crabs. And is that an actual Lego part? I've never seen that before. It looks like it's not squid. It's an octopus, I think. Anyway, I think it's got eight legs and arms. But anyway, let me know in the comments below. But anyway, so that's our puzzle. But back to the drama, back to the comic. So what have we got on page 29? And our heroes and our villains as well are getting very close to this squid. I mean, that is a big squid. That is a giant squid. That's kind of a sort of squid that you know Godzilla would want to take on or something like that. Page 30. We've got our squid. He's becoming more tempted, much more tempted to eat this sushi. And then our hero's the drama's building. He's thinking, what should I do? What should I do to save the day? Because he doesn't want it to be captivated. He wants the giant squid to be left to roam the 7 seas as it feels fit. Anyway, so he takes this big picture and then whoosh, it's away. and that pretty much is it. And he saves the day. He saves the day by doing what he does best, and that's taking a big picture. But anyway, so what have we got going on here? So there's our Lego ice cream set as well. That's a fantastic reference. That is, folks, if you're after vans for your Lego city, there's 2 vans in particular that are absolutely brilliant to get. There's the pizza van and there's this van as well. And it looks like Paul Prophet is kind of bearing his sorrows in a great big Mr. Whippy ice cream. There we go. There's a kind of it looks like someone that may have been the person who wanted to buy the squid once our villain had captured it. But anyway, and it looks like our hero is off for another adventure. So anyway, page 32, and we get a lowdown on this again. Back to the acronym names. Tippy Doorman. So if you ever use a doorman in London, certainly whenever they open the doors for you and it's all very nice and gestural and stuff like that, then obviously you give them a little tip as well. And wherever you are in the world, doesn't have to be London, but New York, anywhere like that, anywhere cool and trendy, you'll get people like this. And I've got to say, is he an actual figure? I've not seen this figure. It looks like he's a good guy by day, maybe a villain at night. But I've got to say, I really like this outfit. It's kind of a sort of a figure I would associate with being somewhere like Hamleys or somewhere like that, but I like him as well. But he's got this little trendy little goatee beard just there as well. I think that looks quite cool. So anyway, get some details there from recapping episode 7, Doorman of the City. Oh, there we go. See, you get some details there from the Lego Adventures or the Lego City Adventures. It's pretty cool. So here we go. There's some more references. Here we go. There's that ice cream set, which is actually brilliant. We get this dog as well with it, and get this character there with the skateboard. Get his ice lolly as well. I love that. And this set here, these 2 race cars, Chris and I from Bricking It, we're going to be doing a review on that in the next coming weeks. So do watch out for that one, folks. It's all pretty cool. And this plane, I think this is the MAVAA plane. I haven't actually bought this, but it's one of those sets that looks really kind of nice and simplistic. It kind of like from the days gone by when Lego used to do very basic looking sets using old pieces, and I did kind of fancy that actually, so you never know, I might get that. But if you've built it, please do let me know in the comments below. I want to know what it's like. So here we go. So this is what's coming up next month then. So again, like I said, if you like me covering this magazine, do let me know. I'll be really interested to know. But then if you remember a little bit earlier on, I said there was a poster that I think it was a flag actually. Let's go back to page 16. Here we go, 14, 15, 16, and it was on the ship. It was somewhere on the ship. There we go. That little reference there. See that picture there? That is a reference to this guy here, another beach guy, which is pretty funky actually, because I'm kind of looking into all these beach kind of things. I've got this beach buggy poly bag that came free with some sets that I bought recently from the Lego store in Leicester Square, and I've got to say, I think he's pretty damn good. There's the answers to that question, so I'll hide that over there. And then it's keep telling you that some more Lego magazines come out. There's a new Star Wars one, a new Ninjago one. I've not actually seen them, so I'll have to get myself down the newsagents and get them and maybe give them a review as well. And then over here, we've got ourselves some crafty stuff going on here. And this is quite a nice touch actually. So for the diver and the shark, get ourselves a scene that you can cut out. and then sort of kind of mess around with him as well. And you've got a nice backdrop to it as well, which is all pretty good. Great underwater play scenery. Yeah, I think that's a nice touch, actually. It's a good idea. Again, it kind of, you know, it kind of ignites that imagination, doesn't it? I think it's very, very cool. But anyway, I think that's the magazine. Anyway, I kind of wanted to whistle through because there just seemed to be an absolute bundle of stuff to cover in this magazine. So anyway, I think now it's time to, if you pardon the pun, dive in and open up this foil bag. So here he is then, the diver, the hero of the magazine, Larry the Lens. Now, in quite a lot of ways, this minifigure is actually quite a basic minifigure. There's not an awful lot going on with him. However, it comes with, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4 accessories that actually really do up his game. So I guess let's start with the headpiece then. So you've got this kind of Speed Champions crash helmet there, but what sets this apart from it is this here. Look at that, snorkeling goggles. I mean, how good does that look? And you've even got these lovely indentations just going across there, just to give it that more authentic look. I really think that is a fine element to have, and look, if you're very careful with it, you can just lift it up just like that. I think that's very cool. But anyway, let's take that off and let's take a look at his face underneath. Now there is no alternative face for this, but that's absolutely fine because he's wearing the mask most of the time. His face, well, again, not really too much going on there. It's a very basic, kind of classic looking minifigure face, which is absolutely fine. Now, next up, let's just take a look at his main thing, his main accessory that he has, which is of course the camera, which is in this kind of very gaudy luminous green. But what it comes with, of course, is a fine trans clear tile as well. I think that looks just really nice, especially when the light just hits it as well. But the camera piece, according to some of my friends, it's actually a pretty decent element to get with it. So I'm pretty pleased about that. Actually, I haven't got too many cameras as far as my Lego collection is concerned, and I certainly haven't got any of these green coloured ones. But anyway, it's very, very characterful. So looking at his torso then, yeah, not a lot going on there that you can see anyway, if I'm honest. I mean, he's got the printing's okay. You got the green printed on the black, and it just comes across just okay. It's not solid as the print on his arms, of course. I mean, that you can see is quite bright and strong, whereas it kind of looks less stronger, the print on his torso. But that's of course because they've sprayed the green onto the black. Then in the centre of his torso, you've got the Lego City Diving logo as well. So just going up behind him, the actual best part of his entire print of his torso is actually on his back. But you don't see it because you've got these classic 1970s space oxygen cylinders there. So let's just take that off. Again, that's another decent accessory as well. But there we go there. Now if I just pull him round just a little bit, you'll just see it. There we go. We've got the zip there for the back of his diving costume that goes from his hip all the way up pretty much to his neck. I think that's fantastic. Now you don't see it really because he's got his oxygen mask on, or rather his oxygen cylinders on, but either way, it kind of ups his value to me quite a lot. So let's put his head back on there, because I never think they look quite right without their heads on. Worst thing you like to see is a minifigure losing his head. So anyway, the other accessories that comes with him, of course, if I just take him off his perch there and just move that over to one side, go on his feet. They are, of course, these flippers, and what they do is they just click in there quite snugly as well. It's a decent fit, plenty of clutch on there, so they're not going to fall off anytime soon. And as you can see there, they look absolutely fantastic. It works an absolute treat, it really does. I love it, it's excellent. I think he's actually the first diver I've got in my entire Lego collection. Not that I've got that too many city sets, of course, but yeah, I think he is a really good figure to get. And of course, ordinarily speaking, that would be what you would get inside the foil bags that come with the magazines. But this one's a little bit more special. This one, and this was one of the main draws for me getting this issue of the Lego City magazine, it's because of this chap here, the shark. Look at him, he's fantastic, isn't he? I mean, for the price that you pay for the magazine, to get this, the figure, the posters, the puzzles, the crafts and everything like that, I think that is such good value for money. And I'll be really interested to know what you think as well in the comments about that, because I've done quite a few magazines over the last kind of 6 months, and off the top of my head, this one really does strike a chord with me as being the best value for money. So there we go. He just comes in 2 sections really. There's not really too much to him. It's not like he's a buildable one like from the Creator 3-in-1 Pirates set. This one's a completely proper mould of it. And there we go. And we just put his kind of face piece on there, and there he is. But let me just open that up. There we go. It's not loose at all. Very lucky there. Some of my friends, like I said, have said to me that they've come up quite loose, but no. There's a little bit of clutch control there. And then just to give you some sort of compare, the hammerhead shark that I got with set 60263 that I reviewed last week looks a little bit like this. So the only difference between them is, I mean, the bodies are exactly the same. But of course, the difference between them is the most obvious, which is, of course, the head. Otherwise, they're exactly the same. Other than, of course, the colours being slightly different. This one's a kind of a much, I don't know, almost like a battleship grey, this one, whereas this one's there's a lot more bluer colour in the mix there. But I think, you know, for the price I paid, to get this shark, I mean, that shark alone is worth the money, but to get him, and to get Larry Lenz with all these accessories, especially this smart looking camera here, let's put that on there, just like that. I truly believe that this is exceedingly good value for money. So there you have it then, my first ever look at an official Lego City magazine. I hope you enjoyed this quick look inside what it has to offer in terms of content and builds. But let me know in the comments what your thoughts and feelings are on these magazines. Do you like the overall content with the games, puzzles, craft elements, and do those foil bags spark your interest? Don't forget, for up-to-date news on London Bridge Bricks, please do follow me on Instagram and Twitter. And if you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to London Bridge Bricks, why not hop on and subscribe and become a big part of the LBB family. Thank you as always for tuning in. I'll leave you now with some videos that I think you might like.